Welcome to Dolly Talk. I think you can hear me. Oh, today we are on Verdict Watch. How is everybody doing? Half Irish and Yun are here. I wasn't really sure exactly what I was going to do, but I figured go live for a little bit. Hopefully the verdict will happen soon. Dog had a dental cleaning this morning, went home an hour, and he's just sitting and then walks and sits. Aw, no problem. Poor guy. So I was just going through some videos. Sorry for being late. And just some of the body cam stuff out there. I thought we could go while we see if anything happens. Hey, Johnny. So this one, I think was one of the original ones with Nate. Johnny. Yeah.
I'm Nate Eaton with EastIdahoNews.com
Aw, there's my buddy.
in Kauai, where Chad and Lori Daybell were served with two
So I think this was like 2020.
search warrants just hours ago. Law enforcement officers from eastern Idaho, along with federal agents and the Kauai Police Department, pulled Lori and Chad over. They were driving a black SUV. They pulled into this resort where I am standing. They put Chad into one vehicle, Lori into another. That's when their vehicle was seized and they had no way to get home. We had a chance to ask them so many questions that need answers. Lori, Nate Eaton with East Idaho News. Can you tell me where your kids are? Where are your kids?
Chris.
No comment.
No comment? They've been missing for 4 months. You have nothing to say? You're over here in Hawaii? Where are your children?
Talk to us, Lori.
Yeah, why don't you just give us a comment? Just tell us where they are.
Aw.
Chad, where are Lori's kids? What happened to Tammy, Chad? Can you tell us what happened to Tammy? Why have you guys been in Hawaii for so long?
Sounds like Nate might be a zombie soon.
Listen, just tell people what's happening. There's people around the country praying for your children, praying for you guys. Why don't you give us answers?
That's great.
That's great. That's great that they're praying for you, praying for your kids. What? You have nothing to say? Did you do something to your children? Are your children still alive? That's a simple question. I've got 3 kids of my own. I can tell you every minute where my kids are at. Where are your children? What do you guys plan to do now? You have 5 days to get your children in front of a judge in Rexburg, then what? Are you guys innocent of any crimes? Have you committed any crimes? Chad, you guys have a lot to say on your podcast. You don't have anything to say now? Lori? Do you believe that you were instructed by God or others to do something for your children? If you could give a message to them, what would you say? Listen, if you just talk to us, we'll leave you alone.
The family's worried. Tammy's family's very worried.
Tammy's family's very worried. Lori, your mother, Kay, came out. Kay and Larry, they're offering a $20,000 reward for your children. And you're over here on the beach? This is your chance to tell your story. Nothing you want to say? One last chance right here? Anything you want to say to the people in Idaho?
Guess not.
Lori, you have a lot of cash there in your baggie. Were you guys planning to leave Hawaii? Were you planning to take off? And with that, Chad and Lori darted into this resort.
I guess that was on the right. Nate's other homosexual lover. I guess they're no longer together. Oh, so that was kind of interesting. Hello. I know the jury are such narcissists. They haven't come up with a verdict yet. Save me from the long crime chat. Oh yeah, they're so annoyed on Twitter, at least that I saw that can't believe it. You know, this family's waited this many days. What are they doing? How dare they laugh and talk with each other when they're returning from lunch? How dare they take 90 minutes? Oh, it's great. Yep, Daybell, Lori Vallow jury, still out. It's only been 2 hours. So they got there at 10:30 like they normally do, went to 12, and then came back at like 1:30, 45 minutes ago. I think they're actually watching Lori's interview. Maybe. I mean, the parts of it. I don't think Lori, when she was making that argument, um, understood how much of it was and was not in there. So, I mean, they might, but I don't know. Oh, hey, Game Stay. Does that juror know you're shown on TV? Did the TV station get busted for that? Surprisingly, no. I don't know if Court TV knows or not. Yeah, Yun let me know a juror was supposedly shown at the end of the day. Any potential feed issues, I get an email, and they have not said anything about that. You make a stream dedicated to trolling the LNC chat. We should pop in. Can't even imagine how bad they are. So, oh, good. Her face is all better. Let's see what else we got here. We got a 7-minute video here. Got some body cam footage from Kahi, Hawaii.
Area for hand guard, for under. Yeah, for advise them that we have a search warrant and don't let them use any communications. Yeah, for 314-307.
That's a chat. What is something like that?
Go ahead.
You
Yeah, I just left my 40.
Give it more urgency to this shit, dude. You got a guy over by himself.
314-503. Somebody's getting a copy of the search warrant.
Where is he?
Guys, exit the vehicle, please.
Step up.
Be safe, please.
Got a search warrant for you guys. Your car, belongings. Continue. Just have to over there. We'll follow up.
Plus his own info.
Side window here, AC. Finally. Inside? What are we taking?
Just having her sit. You guys cards on it and everything.
Yeah. I'd open up the side window here, AC.
Whoa, how you doing, officer?
What kind of vehicle is it? It's like a black, maybe late 80s, early 90s.
Can you feel that?
No verdict yet. We are still waiting. Just playing some old body cam stuff like that while we wait.
Somebody's videoing us. Somebody's videoing us. Yeah. That's cop watch?
We've got kind of cautious out because there's people, like, reporters, whatever. They're on. Anybody else who questions?
Okay, that one's no good. Oh yeah, this one is Charles Vallow. This one I was kind of looking for earlier. One of the ones where he's talking to the police from Phoenix.
So is she in there?
What's going on? Why is she here and you're not here, or are you staying here with her?
Long story. She's had kind of a break from reality.
Oh God, that woman's.
She thinks you're LDS?
Yes.
She thinks she's married to Moroni in the past. This is her
You think she's what?
We're married to Moroni at the top of the temple.
Angel,
Moroni.
LDS. Angel.
They don't let me in there.
Probation.
They don't let me in there. Oh, the cops got all kinds of jokes today.
And she knows when the second coming is happening next year, so does the prophet.
Okay.
He knows it, she knows about it. She meets with Moroni and Jesus Christ face to face in the temple every day. I've tried to support her as much as I could, but it's gotten really, really bad lately. She's had a break. She says, I'm Nick Schneider. I've taken over Charles's body, and Charles has been killed. I'm going to kill you. You're going to be murdered today or tomorrow. I can do it. I'm back there with my priesthood, with my power. She does priesthood blessing. She does.
So who's Nick Schneider?
Isn't he a comedian? Hey Ronnie, how are you? Didn't she kill all her children? Don't exaggerate, Mad. She only killed 2 of them. Yeah, only 66% of them are dead. So it could be worse.
Okay.
That's who I'm supposed to.
Okay. Right. Okay. So he's not at church. He's not.
She took my truck from the airport. So in fact, she took my truck from the airport last night when I flew in. She canceled my flights. I had to buy another ticket to come back home. I've got a 6-year-old with special needs.
Right. And he's safe at school somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
For now. If she knows I'm here, she's going to go get it.
Okay. What car? What is she driving?
A black Infiniti QX80.
And you've looked all through the parking lots. Okay. All right.
You have the license plate on that?
It's KDM 62 or 63 or 67. Handicapped. Okay?
Nothing in the pen. There it is.
Yeah, why don't you narrow that down for the guy?
And I don't know where she put my truck. She took $35,000 in cash out of our account yesterday. Somebody's payroll. I mean, I just never thought she would do anything like this, but she's just lost touch with reality. I'm not me. She yells, and she's unhinged. It's scared the crap out of me.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming you guys have phones. Is that an iPhone?
Yes.
Are you able to track to see where her phone is right now?
The
I
phone's
hear
right here with me.
iPhones.
The phone's with me.
Oh, your phone. Now, how did you get her phone?
Because it was in the car this morning when she pulled up to school. I took the keys out of her purse out so she couldn't leave. That's when I called you guys.
Okay.
Somehow she has a pair of keys and left with my dog. And so I don't know where I saw this in her purse. So I think she's here. They were going to give me a key to the room. I was going to go, if you guys will come with me, see if she's in the room.
We can't just go in. If you're not allowed to go in, we can't either. We can
It's on my credit
just...
card. She gives me that.
Okay, that's going to be up to them if they allow you to go in. Now, we can't. Now, you guys are
You guys
married,
wait
so
here?
there shouldn't be. No, we're waiting for right now. What we're doing is my sergeant wanted to get some information from you. I was about to call you, but then Gary said you were here. We are just going to wait a second. My sergeant, they're on their way because we have a sergeant training. So they're going to be here. They have the paperwork. So if she is here, we knock on the door, she's here. That's why we need the paperwork in hand. Okay, so we can take her.
Oh, good job.
Tell me again real quick.
That's why we're here.
What's her first name?
Lori?
Lori.
Hello.
And tell me again about the vehicle. It's a black Infinity
Infinity QX80.
QX80.
Yes, sir.
And try that license plate again.
Give them a call.
KDM
KDM
62. It's KDM something.
KDM 62, 63,
Something like this.
67.
Handicap plate.
Handicap.
69.
Is it registered to you?
Yes.
Spell your last name again.
V is in Victor, A-L-L-O-W.
Vallow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's an SUV that you're describing, right? Okay, I know what it is.
I'm going to go check and see if I can go in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, sir?
Okay. Also find out if they'll give you permission to go into that room.
That's why Team 1 wasn't able to get a hold of her. So we're not sure if she's here or not. He's thinking that he would be able to get in the room. And I said, that's up to you and that's up to the hotel. That's not what we do. So I told him that we're waiting for you with the paperwork. And that's what we've got going on right now. He thinks she's still staying here just for the reason is that he was...
God, I really hope I never run into this woman. I just get the feeling she'd be the kind of person to yell taser, taser, taser and shoot somebody.
Able to grab that key out of her purse in the car at that school in Central area, wherever that school was. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you just what she's saying and the reason the 909 came out. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We're gonna, you know what, how about we all meet back at the car? We are on the north side.
Oh, you know they never meet it at Denny's.
Of that home 2, which is just west of this building. It's the building west. It's the other hotel. We'll all meet right there. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Bye. Okay, so if his truck is gone, how did he get here?
I have no idea. He didn't tell me that. By the way, I have that tour at 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll go. He wants a sidebar before we do it. Where did he go?
He went back in to find out whether or not they'll give him permission to enter into that
Okay,
room.
tell him I don't want him going into that.
He's
You
not
told
going to
him
the
not
room.
go to
He's
the room?
just.
Okay.
He's
Let's
just.
go back over to our cars. They'll be here in just a minute or two, and he wants we need to do a powwow.
Okay.
A powwow.
Let me just. I'll meet.
My God, this woman's full of all kinds of offensive terms. Good Lord, you need to take a sensitivity training class, ma'am. Next, you know, she's telling kids to go sit down Indian style instead of crisscross applesauce.
You over there. I'm just going to tell him because he's gone to the lobby. I just want him to know he needs to wait around here so we can find him.
The biggest thing, okay, so she wants to marry Moroni, which is great, fantastic, fine and dandy. That's not as bad as the UFO thing. Yeah, I'm going to go off.
Me too.
Are you armed? Jesus. Let's see if I can find part 2. Stop eating my charger. You mind? Thank you. Maybe I'll come back to that. Let's see. One sec. Sorry, guys. Okay, here. And my cat was just chewing on my Roomba charger. It wasn't plugged in, but...
So I'm going to let you take over.
Hey, just to remind you, I have that tour at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
I apologize. She's not in there for some reason. I checked out her. They did not know that she would be picking up JJ at 3:45 today at the same school.
Okay.
So she will be there. I don't know how you want to do that or what you want to do.
So did they tell you she's not in there?
Correct.
Okay.
I found out that's why she made it. No telling where she's staying.
Okay.
There's a lot of gray area in these matters for us, so it's not real black and white like somebody commits a crime and we just arrest them. So, and I know we just showed up and we kind of came into this last minute, so we're kind of getting the story second and third hand.
Yeah, there's a lot of gray area here, sir. Yep. Oh boy. Well, I bet this guy feels like a real shit right about now.
We need to be real careful following her around. And,
I'm not doing that.
well, we're at a hotel.
School,
you know.
And then I saw this in a wallet, so I came to look at the school. I called the police. I came to do it. I'm not going to try. I'm not irrational or stupid or anything. I
Not
just
pressure
want
at all.
I want her to get help.
Yeah.
She's my wife. I love her to death. Something's going wrong.
Okay.
And if she wants me gone, fine. I can do all that stuff. I just don't want her hurt.
Okay.
You know, I just don't want to hurt anybody else. Or to go rid of
The child's at school now? Did you do a welfare check at school? He or she or? Okay. Yeah.
She took your car. What are you driving now?
a friend of mine's in Utah.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know where my
cool.
truck is.
Okay.
She took it. I suspect she took it because she knows where I park it at the airport. I came back last night. It's gone.
What
All
led
my
up to
clothes
this?
are gone from the house.
What led up to this? Is there any correspondence that you've had over the last couple of days with her?
Her religious stuff is gone way off the deep end.
Okay.
Just way off.
Yeah.
And it's if you don't agree with her, you're the opposite.
Okay.
She won't have to.
When did you last speak to her?
Yesterday when she texted me. She said, get out of here.
Okay. When was this paperwork filled out with community
last night.
Okay. So what about, so these are handwritten, so sometimes they're hard for us to read. What about your correspondence yesterday precipitated filling this out?
When she was on the phone with me about Bishop, I had him on the phone with me.
Okay.
She threatened me physically. She made threats about the kids, about the kids, about the kids to come get him on the fair. We won't be here that much longer anyway. And I'm got my God power that can kill with my hand anytime I want. It's just irrational stuff.
Okay. Is the 6-year-old the only child in common?
Yes. We adopted him. We can't keep on that.
Okay. I think your priority should be there right now.
It is.
And then maybe if you don't feel comfortable with her state of mind, maybe figuring out a way to keep him safe, even if that means not being at school.
I'm going to go to my attorney's office, file paperwork for restraining order for her. If I can do that, I don't.
Wait.
Priority.
Anyway, and I've got my God power that can kill with my hand anytime I want. It's just irrational stuff.
It's irrational.
Is the 6-year-old the only child in common?
Yes. We adopted him. We can't keep on that.
Okay. I think your priority should be there right now.
It is.
I think your priorities should be there right now in reference to JJ, the child that Lori Vallow murdered. Shortly after she murdered him. Officer, I really hope you feel like a piece of shit right now. Wow. Well, I think you shouldn't be focusing on your wife who said she wants to murder you. I think you should just be focusing on your son. Great advice, sir. Jesus.
And then maybe if you don't feel comfortable with her state of mind, maybe figuring out a way to keep him safe, even if that means not being at
I'm going to go
school.
to my attorney's office, file paperwork for restraining order for her. If I can do that, I don't. My sister, his grandmother. They're safe, someplace safe there. Okay. In a few days, when I do my work, got some stuff to do in Houston, I'll come back and look. She's going to have the house. I don't care.
Well,
she can have whatever she wants. She took $35,000 if she got her money back for a while.
yeah, I want to give you a little advice though. So consult with your attorney, but you don't necessarily want to remove the child from the state for too long. Because here's the deal. Ultimately, there's two sides to the story. And a lot of times,
it's not going to be long. It'll be
I know. Hang on. A lot of times when we contact the other half of one of these things, they're totally rational.
I'll tell her
she's
going. I'll tell her he's going to go.
Just want to be careful not to deny her access to her child. It turns into a thing.
Yeah, you don't want to deny her access.
This is about him, not us.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, as a police department, we're definitely willing participants in helping out with situations like this, but these aren't criminal arrest warrants. These are kind of a sticky situation, and we have to be careful how much effort and force we put into these mental health petitions. So,
We have to be careful how much use of force we put into these mental health, or how much effort and force we put into these mental health petitions. Wow.
I've got $200 on there.
okay.
Payroll's $8,000 Friday. I got to do it, so I can figure out something.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
If you see her, you can call us and we'll come out. But let's forego the.
If I go to the school, she picks him up at 3:45 today. It takes you guys 20 minutes to get there. She's in and out.
Yeah.
Well, it's the North Unit.
If she says as irrational as you say, I think maybe you should get your son out of the school and prevent that from happening.
I may do that, but that's the only place I know where she needs help.
Yeah.
She needs some serious help. I want her to get help. I'm worried about her.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll survive this, but she needs help.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I think we can find where she will be.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to do a sting operation.
It's not a sting. I'm just going to say, I will call and say she should pick him up in a few minutes. So if they can get there, that'll be great.
Okay.
We'll let the guys know, swing shift guys know.
I will, man.
All right.
I really appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Take care.
Good luck. Take care. Try to stay alive. Wow. So I wanted to check out Melanie Boudreau, the ex-wife of Brandon. Her arrest in Utah, because that's going to be the next trial coming up, beginning of June. So I'm kind of need to get up to speed on that one. So this is, I think, Utah body cam. Make sure you keep wearing your bamboo shirts.
Officers, I have a legal mediation agreement. My kids have been held out of state.
You were also criminally trespassed over the phone.
I asked an officer to come here last night to do a check-in because I'm worried they're in danger.
But you came over here after being told that you were criminally trespassed.
But I have an agreement saying that...
From this residence, correct?
But my order says that it's my time with my kids. They're supposed to be in Arizona. My husband's kept them out of school for over a month. I just need my kids, and you're welcome to look at this order. They've been out of state, out of school, and my husband's lied to everybody. I'm sure he lied to the cop last night. This is my
order. We've
been
in contact with...
Do you have a victim's advocate I can speak to in the police department, please?
Okay.
Melanie, so where'd you get this order from?
So this is our mediation order.
Okay.
I also have another copy of the original copy of the court. This is my time with the kids. My husband's been hiding with them over a month out of state.
We talked to you the other day, right?
Yes. So I asked for somebody to come in and check in on them to just make sure they're safe because my husband will, or my ex-husband will not talk to me.
So we told you they were safe yesterday, right, on the phone?
You said that
we saw
on the phone, but
kids.
they are supposed to be in my custody right now. Yeah, they are. There's no...
Okay, hey, right now, we're working through something else, okay?
Yeah,
so
if you just want to step
lied
inside,
to everyone saying
he has, okay?
He said he's had a protection order against them, and there was nothing. I've never been served with anything. He's lied to everybody, and he kind of does this. So
what were you wanting to happen tonight? Coming over here, were you going to try to take the kids away from them, or what's going on?
No, I'm not taking. I'm just trying to show that I was going to bring this copy to them and say this is my time with the kids.
Okay.
He's had them out of state, and he's been lying. Everyone's protecting them. Like, I know they're nice. My in-laws are nice people, but they've been lied to, saying that there's a protection order in place, and there isn't. My kids are. I'm worried they're in danger because my husband's been doing a lot of things that cause me to worry. He says he was shot at a month ago, and then he went into hiding, and no one in Arizona has seen him for weeks or my children, and he kept them out for over a month with truant absences. I asked an officer to just come over here last night to just make sure they're safe, and he said I can't do a welfare check or a wellness check.
So did
for
you not
some
hear
reason.
me when I was talking? We were talking to you on the phone the other day, and said we came here because you were here. We came here. We checked on the kids. They were
Are you
okay.
talking about yesterday or
Yeah.
the day before?
The day before. The day before.
I heard and I had to call in because I didn't know if that was. I just heard something on speaker. I didn't hear everything. I heard that it wasn't super clear, and so I called in the next day and I said, "Can you?" Because I don't want to have to go over there again. Can you send an officer to come check in?
Came over here anyways when we told you that you
Well,
were
I have
trespassed from. It
I
doesn't
have
matter,
illegal,
right?
Well, my children are inside, and they're probably in danger.
They're probably in danger. You know that for sure. Like.
Well, I know what my ex is capable of, and he has a lot of evil people working with him. So I just wanted to make sure my kids were safe last night, and the officer.
So do you think
so
this
I need to
was
speak
the
to a
right?
victim's advocate.
Okay. But you were trespassed, correct? You remember that on the phone?
I asked you if you understood. You said you did. So.
Okay.
So you understand you're trespassed, right?
Yes, but I believe with my order, I can come and just get my. I'm not going in.
Nope.
I'm not going into the house.
Nope.
I'm just.
You're trespassed from the property. You being on the lawn right now is a violation of that trespass.
Well, I can get off.
Well, it doesn't really matter now.
I'm not trying to barge into their house or to run and take my. I'm just trying to be peacefully trying to do what's right and what's in my order.
Is this an order from Arizona?
Yes, it is. They're illegally out of state right now. Like, he's keeping them out of school for over a month. I've been searching for them. I don't know what else to do. I asked someone to just come over and see if they're safe last night. And Carlson probably scared them off, saying there's a protection order, and there's no protection order. We can go and look everything up right now.
Okay.
I haven't seen or talked to my kids. I have a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 9-year-old. And they haven't seen their mom for over, and my husband's been doing drugs, and
Well, this is probably not the best way to go about it, right? To come here and try to...
I tried asking if an officer can just make sure they're safe.
And we told you
but
they
I
were
was
safe,
told,
right?
I have this court order saying it's my time with the kids. If I know where they're at, I can go and get them.
No, so you can't come over here and forcefully take them.
Not forcefully, I'm
and
just
we
knocking,
can't come
saying
over here and forcefully
going to give them an
take
order
them
because
out,
I know
right?
they've been lied to, saying there's a protection.
That's something that you're going to have to take up with the courts, right? Like we told you the other day. You're going to have to go to
I don't know if
courts.
they're safe, and I feel like they're in danger.
We can go in there and check and see if they're safe. And then we can come back here and we can tell you they're safe. Stop talking, okay? We can go in there, check if they're safe, but we already trespassed you from this property saying you can't come back here. And what?
Wow. No need to get snippy, officer. David, this is the Lori Vallow's niece, Melanie Boudreau, and her ex-husband was almost murdered by, I believe, Alex Vallow, Lori's brother. So it was an attempted murder, and she is going to be on trial for that next month or beginning of June. So we're just getting caught up with that case, some of the body cams that may be shown. Almost doesn't count. Well, tell that to Trina, prosecutor. Oh God, we're gonna have to listen to her nonsense again.
You came back here, and it doesn't matter if you got this piece of paper. We told you not to come back here, and you come back here, and you're upsetting everybody, and now it's just a whole freaking problem. So your whole thing is here is just you want to come here and check if they're safe. You want a welfare check on them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, and it's my time.
Yeah, so that's another problem, right? So this is a whole civil problem. This is a whole court thing, okay? Because even if you do come here with these papers and say, yep, it's my time, they're not giving them back to me, then the only thing you got to do is go to the courts and you got to say, hey, listen, if these are signed by a judge down there in the court or whatever, he can say, you know what, this is your time, let's get this back in court, let's have him come back to court, let's do this, then we can give you a report number, and we can stop talking, okay, I'm explaining some things, okay?
Jeez.
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
I am, sir.
So this isn't the best way to go about things.
Yes, sir.
You can bring up everything to the judge. You think he's doing drugs and that he's been getting shot at and that it's not a safe environment for your kids. But what you can't do
really? Thank you, Scott.
is come to a place where you've been trespassed.
Yes, sir. I just thought with my order, then it's okay. Thank you.
So now there's a bigger problem here because we trespassed you and you weren't supposed to be on here and you're causing alarm to them and everything like that. Who's your judge down there? You don't know your judge? Who signed your papers? Where'd you even get these papers from?
So it's going to be at least 5-10 minutes.
You live in Arizona?
Yes, sir.
Was this done in mediation or in court? Because I don't see anything.
It's a court-ordered. So
I don't see anything signed by a judge.
What I was looking
I have
at.
the copy with more signatures if you need to see that. This was just for them. I was just bringing them to them because I know they've been lied
This
to.
is a mediated settlement agreement, not a court order.
Yes, the court mediation was.
Well, if it was done through mediation, it's not through the court. That just means that you guys sat down with the mediator, you agreed on something. This is not something that's been enforced by a judge.
It has, sir. I have the paperwork in the car.
So you guys went to court, you sat there with the judge,
Yes,
made a determination.
Let's grab that real quick so I can
Yes,
see what kind
absolutely,
of judge that
and
is.
I have a, sir, for want him to check, like with a picture or something, just to make sure it is that.
What, you don't believe us that we can go in there and check their well-being, or what?
No, sir. They have tons of cousins over probably, and I just want to make sure that it's my kid.
We'll make sure. We're not here to lie to you or just make sure that your kids are not being taken care of. That's a huge deal to us,
I don't think you would lie to me. I just want to make sure,
kids
like, you don't know anything about
in
my
the state of Utah, kids are a big deal, so, like, we take that pretty seriously. So, if we're checking out the kids' well-being, we're going to do that. We're not just going to...
Really, sir?
Behind the truck? Yes, sir. Is there anybody with you?
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
Alex Cox.
Well, someone's got to be.
Are you guys still married? Your divorce is final? When was it finalized? Wow, here?
Hey, Lexi.
Orders mailed out yet. I didn't have any copies, so he didn't have any for the kids. They didn't send them since.
Okay, have you been back to the court since you've left the state of Arizona?
I would love to speak to a victim's advocate because I'm not safe.
36, code 4.
Home, Arizona?
I'm not, and so I have to. I've just been looking for them. I don't know how to do it. I felt like it says in here to not go straight to filing court says there's a process that is both of you to go by it. So we're supposed to contact each other first, and who hasn't been
So if
contacted.
you guys haven't been doing that, then
So there's a whole order. So I was just trying to do things the right way. I don't want all this drama and just trying to file something would have heard. I don't know because I couldn't be at the house. I didn't feel safe. I hadn't followed. I tried to just do the best I can. Just going about this. I don't know. I've never done this before. Like I don't.
Okay, so the proper thing to go about this is, you know, when all things else are failing, what you gotta do is go to the court, and you gotta see a judge, and you gotta do the whole court stuff.
Yeah, but it's a long process. Like he's been hiding with them for a month.
Yeah, all line red.
And you can't get in contact with them, and you're doing all this stuff, and the next step is to go to court and do all that stuff, right?
I couldn't safely do that, and so
You can't safely go to court.
no, I couldn't safely go to.
Hello?
Just had a question. Were you guys looking at my car as well?
Nope, you're good.
Oh, okay.
You can keep on going, man. You're good.
Yeah, that's possible, but
I mean, you guys can go and make sure they're safe tonight, and I don't know what he's going to do
have
tomorrow. I don't know if
Yep.
he's going to go run away with the kids somewhere, and if they're in danger, so I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to get a verdict probably about, 30 minutes, I believe.
Court order that you guys have a set schedule. It says that you guys are going
But they have
We
announced
do,
they have
it's
a
in here.
verdict.
It's just laying the airs of time.
flexible parenting time.
No, we have.
It can be changed at any time. That's what it says.
We have set days, set weekends, and so we did set all of that.
Well,
and it was
maybe
a lot in here
mediation
for.
you did, but in the court order it doesn't specify a specific time frame or a set schedule. It says that you've agreed in mediation to a flexible parenting plan, which can change at any time. There's no set time for parents.
Okay, what do you recommend for, like, he's been hiding with them for over a month? Like, that's not allowed. He's out of state with them. He's kept them out of school. They just got unenrolled from their school in Arizona.
so like I'm saying, we're not gonna force the kids to come with you. We're not
Yeah.
gonna drag them out or take them or whatever like that. So what I'm telling you is that you need to go to the courts.
Yeah, they sent out a
as soon
note.
as possible. might take a little bit of time. It might take a little bit of time and stuff like that, but that's the best way.
Can I ask you something? If they go in there and they're not all in there, then what happens?
We'll have to find out where they are. We'll have to check on them.
Right?
Yeah, that's why I said we checked on them and they were all good. But the problem is that you're coming here and you're causing alarm.
I'm not sure.
And when we told you, you weren't allowed onto that property.
Right, but if I have this and they have my children, they have no right to my kids. That's the in-laws. That's not even. They're not even with the husband. So is that an issue?
The husband's there. I talked to him.
He's there right now.
Yeah, I talked to him. Like
Brandon Boudreaux is there.
I don't know if he's there right now.
So they're not. They're in there. The in-laws have no rights to the kids, right? I don't want to. I'm just trying to.
So what you asked me is what you need to do, and if everything's what you're saying is
so
true.
So file kidnapping, that they're out of state with in-laws who have no rights to the kids?
I'm getting really pissed off right now that you're not listening to this property. It's just really pissing me off. Do you want to listen to what I have to say, or do you want to just go your separate way and then know what at the end of the day I say?
Sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to
Same one, right?
I understand
Yeah.
that.
I don't know.
We deal with a lot of these things.
I'm about to mess around with that.
The problem
I've
is
done
that
everything right. That's so far.
The problem is that our hands are kind of tied when it comes to like civil papers like this and civil matters, right?
How do we protect the kids?
So we can go in there and we can check their well-being and make sure they're okay and everything. If we don't see anything that's like wrong with them, or if they're, we can ask them and check on them. Are you guys okay? Whatever. And they're like, yeah, we're fine. We're totally fine. And then that just that's our kind of thing is kind of just actually is here. Yeah. So they're okay. Right now, did you check on the kids? You need to request, like you need to have the court request in or something. The court to figure out.
Okay, cool.
What's going on? What's happening? That it is your time.
So get that shit out of here.
Yeah. It's time. It's time to cite and move on. Yep. That's what I'm saying. But
we're not taking them away from them. We're not going to forcefully give them to you. We're not going to do all that stuff. Did you talk?
Everybody's safe. Everybody's safe, and that's not even binding or legal yet. So.
No, there's supposedly going to be, if she's convicted, there will be
it hasn't been submitted by your mediator. Okay.
So
facts are.
Aggravation phase.
No, I don't want to see it.
I
Actually, don't want to see
but
it.
there's going to be another
Facts
phase.
are, I think you should get a citation right now for trespassing.
So it's not, well,
and then we
it'll
should move
happen,
on.
I guess it'll start soon.
Do you want me to do it for you, Gabe?
sure. I haven't really done anything, so.
Yeah, it's like.
Bella's going to be here in a moment. Be right back.
You want me to stay here?
Yeah, just stay right here with these officers. We'll be back.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yeah.
Officer, how do you know that it has not been submitted to the court systems?
Apparently, that's the conversation that your husband had with the mediator.
So if I pull up this Superior Court and it shows record that it has been, that's the story he's been telling, sir, but that's not the truth.
Okay. I mean, you have an actual record that says,
sir.
yeah, it's valid right now?
I do, sir.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're not going to get the kids out of here tonight anyway.
Sir, I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're safe. I just saw all four of them.
But do you have their pictures? Like, how do you know it wasn't a cousin?
How do I know it wasn't a cousin?
Do you know what their pictures look like?
Do I know what their pictures look like? Well, I don't know what the kids look like, but...
So how do you know that was them?
How do you know that there's 4 kids in there?
Because the officer said that all 4 of my children...
Was it a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 9-year-old? Right?
Hey, Nick.
3 boys, 1 girl?
No, 2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls?
Sir, is there a picture you can take to confirm that
We are right now. We're waiting. I've got it live on the other screen here, guys. You can see. So we're just waiting. It's probably going to be about 20 minutes or so. While we're waiting, we are doing some body cams of Melanie Boudreau at the moment, the niece of Lori Vallow. She was kind of taken in with the whole star-studded cult and had a lot of issues with Brandon. Scott, Kathy Rustin says the verdict will be read between 3:30 and 4. Okay, cool. Think she will be found guilty? Yeah. She's a vile woman. The only issue I have is when they investigated the case originally, they kind of assumed it was self-defense. It wasn't until she's getting intimate with Ned. It wasn't until she ended up unaliving her kids and was exposed as an absolute nut job that the Arizona police kind of went back and reinvestigated everything, but they never did a good job in the first place. They kind of ruled it as self-defense. So, in my opinion, they didn't really have a great case to work with. That being said, I do think she will probably be convicted, just because of who she is. I'm sure some of the jury knows a little bit. Verdict will be read at 6:30. Awesome. But so Melanie and her brother Alex were very close. Some say reminiscent of Game of Thrones close. And she kind of had Alex do a lot of the unaliving for her, or he was involved. He has since passed, supposedly of basically a stroke and high blood pressure. I think he was 51 when he passed. So they can't charge him. So they're trying to tie Lori to this crime of her husband being killed, which she claims was self-defense, and then her cousin's husband she tried to have killed. I'm still looking into Brandon Boudreau. That's going to be coming up beginning of June. So I've heard they have more evidence for that one, but we will see. I didn't follow the Brandon part of Lori shenanigans. Brandon was at court when I was there. I saw him the first day when Lori tried to have him kicked out of opening statements. Because Lori, I don't know, I really thought Lori was going to go scorched earth. I was really disappointed, to be honest. When you she is a nut job, obviously, scumbag, but God, she actually tried to take it seriously and she didn't go crazy, and when she started to try to get Brandon Boudreau subpoenaed to testify in her first trial, which, okay, makes no sense. And then Nate Eaton trying to get Nate to be subpoenaed so he couldn't be in there in the courtroom, which is hilarious. I assumed it'd just be shenanigans, and I'm kind of sad. So maybe she's planning to really go for broke on her next trial. That's Lori isn't as crazy as people claim, to be honest. That was the opinion I she's batshit insane in the membrane, crazy in the head. But it's not like she's someone trying to convince you that they saw a flying saucer land in the field and aliens get out and make crop circles. She knows you're going to think what she's saying is crazy, so she doesn't say it. And then she tries to gaslight you and manipulate you. So she's intelligent enough to know what to say and what not to say. It was just really creepy seeing her in the courtroom. I guess because of how normal she looked and appeared. That was what was really off-putting to me. And I think some of the other people I talked to as well. I mean, Melanie's an idiot who ended a 10-year marriage because Lori told her that her husband was gay. So the crazy runs deep all over this family. Oh, yeah. In prison, she is not surrounded by people with critical thinking. She is gathering her new cult in there, more dangerous than ever. Yes. I don't know if you saw the last interview she did. I looked at a snippet of that today and realized I actually saw the interviewer there. The woman was in court with me in the media. I didn't really interact with her much. But Lori was like, why is she doing this? Or like going on about prisoner rights of the accused and not yet convicted and how long they've been in jail. Frankly, making valid points, quite, if you've not been convicted. It was like she was really trying to be a mother to them and nurture them. And I thought of you because you've made those comments about Lori before. So, yeah, it's a little unsettling to think of her with a potential flock. And but yeah, every day she'd come in that I was there. I mean, she'd come in just with a binder, all her papers and everything in clothes. I mean, just she was wearing different outfits. She looked like a normal person, could be a lawyer, presentable, and she doesn't really know the law well. And she was pretty much coached by her standby counsel. But she didn't cross every witness she had to. She didn't waste time asking a lot of pointless questions. I mean, the questions she asked weren't great, but it wasn't the typical way sometimes pro ses can just ask nonsense. And yeah, she didn't understand understand the different roles the investigators had. Crazy person makes pretty good lawyer. What does that say about lawyers? I mean, of all the pro se I've seen, she's definitely number 2, I'd say. Say Franklin Tucker is probably number 1. But she didn't do too bad. Then again, I mean, the prosecutor was just god awful. I mean, That closing she did, oh my God. It went on and on and on. The jury and the older guy looked like he was asleep. I wanted to fall asleep. I was so freaking tired. After an hour. And the PowerPoint was the only thing I was getting so like annoyed at it because Court TV had a hard time showing the PowerPoint. They tried to get as much as they could. Oh, got a little jiggle. Hope hell is coming. Oh, wow. Speak of the devil. Hello.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. I just said we have a little jiggle on the screen, and you popped in.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Yes. So we were just waiting. And we shall see probably pretty soon.
Why
Not
am I so
sure.
small?
There you go.
Okay.
Ooh, another jiggle.
Oh, well, I'm here just in time.
Just in time. I think hell is the right size now.
This jury is such narcissists.
I know. How dare
We're
they
smiling and laughing.
How dare they take 90 minutes for lunch?
They had a 90-minute lunch.
Yeah, there are. I don't know if I'll finish it today, but yeah, we're gonna probably get into some more of the Boudreaux stuff because that actually looks interesting, and kind of get all ready for the next trial. Nope, you have not missed it. There's a couple jiggles, so Court TV is in the media room. They're getting everything. They're probably just let into court, I'm guessing.
Jolie.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, we do need a poll.
A poll?
Yes.
Didn't bring
a poll.
I'd like to do a poll as to what you think would happen to the jurors if they didn't find her guilty.
Yeah.
Would they be stoned alive? Set on fire?
They would not be happy, or people would not be happy with them.
Imagine.
It would be hilarious.
They're already unpopular. They couldn't get out of that place alive. No one knows who they are. People have seen them already.
Oh, yeah. I mean, can I fix her? I'll stick with Jody.
Nick, imagine if it's not guilty. Think about this, right? Like, I've been thinking about this for the last 24 hours. They did not make a very good case. The state did not make a very good case at all. And she didn't do bad.
No, not great, but not bad.
Legit, if I didn't know anything about this, the state's case wouldn't have made any sense to me. Like, none. It makes no sense. Old Line Red says, I think the court would be, stoned by the jury after they find out those kids are dead. Oh, yes, but the kids being dead really is irrelevant to whether or not she conspired to the death of Charles. isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, she's still serving 2 life terms.
Yeah. And and people have questioned why she's even over there taking up taxpayers' money and that kind of thing being tried, but there's justice for the victims and all that kind of thing. But if you're going to go to this much effort,
yeah,
and yes, spend taxpayers' money and have her go over there and all this kind of thing, then Trina's not going to be popular if she doesn't get her guilty verdict. And really, I don't think the state met its burden at all. First, Gilbert Police did a crap job 5 years ago, and now this.
Yeah. And then if they're convicted, then it goes to an aggravate. I believe it's called an aggravation phase.
Yeah, kind of like a death penalty sentencing, but not.
Which I thought was
weird.
Should we
convict people even when the investigators are basically cross-eyed baboons? No.
I don't think so, but.
Now, let me get this really clear. I think they're probably going to convict because juries like to convict.
Yeah.
But I don't think the state met their burden at all.
No, I don't either.
There's one text message that's really incriminating, and that's after the fact. The prosecutor said very clearly that they're supposed to be planning collusion. I didn't see much evidence of that. That planning is prior.
Yeah. Let's see. Prosecutor 4 minutes ago. Prosecutor Trina K and her paralegal just walked into the courtroom with Detective Nathan Duncan. Judge's assistant tracking down the defense team. Lori will be brought over from the jail for the verdict. So, a few minutes. It'll be publicly announced between 3:30 and 4.
Oh, Wyatt. However, based on existing interstate compacts, ID and AZ could agree
really?
she does all her time in Arizona. Oh, that'd be bad.
Oh, can you imagine her and Jodi Arias together?
I can't believe that's the first thing you thought of.
Well, of course it is.
She doesn't want to be in Arizona.
Oh, I know. No one does.
No, no one does. Yeah.
But I mean, that's where she'd be housed. Goodyear's a hellhole compared to Pocatello. I mean, I don't know about Idaho, but I know that like Jodi Arias has complained about like apparently you're allowed to smoke in Perryville, and like supposedly it's only in sections, but nobody really follows it, so you're always like smelling smoke and it's really unpleasant. I think they only recently started adding ACs, air conditioning.
Yeah, I've heard there's no AC where she is currently.
Yeah, okay, so maybe they haven't completely then. Which is 40...
They say it's the worst women's prison in the country.
Really?
Yep.
Let me see. Worst women's prison in Australia. No, that's the worst women's prison in Australia is just Australia.
Shut up.
Get it? Because you're a prison. Sorry. Too soon.
Getting a bit old, actually.
No prison in the U.S. Can you smoke? I don't know. I was just following Jodi Arias's Twitter and taking that for truth, but apparently she can lie, so.
Oh, yeah, that one that Sarah went to is pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
We had enough, maybe.
You leaving?
You're leaving just before the verdict. You're really giving up on trials, mate.
And I know we used to have like Tent City, which was pretty bad.
Anyway, let's not
What?
worry too much about Lori. I'm sure she's going to be fine. And okay, let me get this really clear. I wish no harm or sadness on the families. They've been through goddamn enough, right? But if she were found not guilty, I might take some pleasure in watching the seethe from the chats.
Yes.
Maybe just some, or maybe quite a bit. Pleasure from watching people just freak out and hate on the jury, right? Because I mean, that's ridiculous to hate the jury, and they will, right? People will hate the jury if they're not guilty. And let's just say they shouldn't be hating the jury. They should be hating on the prosecutor for doing a crap job, if that's the case. So let's just be clear right now. If there's a not guilty,
media's coming in.
Yeah, if there's a not guilty, that is the prosecutor's fault.
Yes.
Not the jury's. Yeah. You could be there. Do you feel like a bit of FOMO?
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of wish I went, but oh well.
Yeah, half Irish. They did a great job against Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, they really nailed his case. He's definitely guilty.
I love the way Trina went, well, his guilt is obvious.
Yeah.
Well, no one's here to defend him, so
I've had tons of people tell me that you saw chain gangs with guards and vehicles and horses. I have seen prisoners once or twice doing like landscaping stuff out and about. Once in North Scottsdale. That was like 15 years ago. Maybe more. So it has happened. Yeah, under Joe Arpaio. Yeah. He was an asshole. They love those chain gangs. Send Lori to El Salvador. Come on, guys. Let's see what's new. Come on, Nate. You got anything for us? Public is being brought into the courtroom. There are extra sheriff deputies here today.
or just in case there's like a
Yeah.
punch up.
If jury finds Lori guilty, the jury will immediately hear aggravating circumstances from the prosecutor. Oh, poor jury. Lori could also speak. The sentencing will not happen today and will likely be scheduled 30 to 60 days from now. I would think the judge would probably want to hold off till the second trial.
Get it all done at once.
Yeah. Plus, the cases are kind of related.
Yeah, a lot of the same people will come to town for it.
That too. So the public's coming in, so then judge is probably thinking 3:30, I'm guessing. So then again, it'll probably be another 5 minutes after that.
Games Day went to school.
Did she?
Thank God.
She
It's
walked
only
there?
her second day back.
Hmm. Did you drive her?
No, I had to take her. Bloody teenagers.
She make you coffee?
Yeah.
Can we open Alcatraz?
Get this right. It's a 3-day week.
Really?
Public holiday Monday, public holiday Friday, and then there is a pupil free day on Monday. So the teachers, they just got their break. There's a bunch of public holidays around this time of year, and then they go and take a pupil free day. Because
Sounds like our teachers.
they need a day to drink wine or something. I don't know.
Grade test.
Hey, Nick, did you want to come on?
I asked him. I think he's he's got a big day tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, if you want to, I'd more than happy to send you a link.
No offense to any teachers in chat, but the ones around here, my God.
Yeah, I went on a couple dates with a teacher. Apparently, she didn't appreciate my story
Sense of
me
humor?
telling-
Your sense of humor?
Well, that too. Definitely not that. Or that
Yeah.
I told her I fell asleep in class when a principal was auditing a teacher of mine. She did not think that was as funny as I did. Because he got in trouble for that.
Okay, so later on my Gene Hackman stream, I'm going to read out some of the complaints about our stream the other day. About me and my co-host.
Was I insensitive? Oh dear. They didn't
A bit.
They didn't appreciate my sense of humor?
No.
Oof. Awkward.
Oh no!
I was expecting to hear insightful commentary.
Congratulations, well done.
Are you saying my commentary is not necessarily insightful?
No.
You should see my Mark Jensen coverage.
Yeah.
His house is going on the market. Who is buying that rat-infested house? I imagine you can get it at a discount now. And that is an example of the kind of humor that was not appreciated.
Also, you made fun of the hairdresser.
Oh, the gay guy?
We don't know his persuasion.
Yeah, because he's a cornucopia of humor.
Apparently, we said something about that we hope that him and the officer kiss.
Jeez, and I was actually holding back a lot of jokes about him. Like, a lot. I didn't for once inquire about the number of partners he's had or anything like that.
Technically, it's orientation. Persuasion implies a choice. Oops.
I didn't make any jokes about his immune system or anything.
No.
I was a good
And one of them thought I was English. She said, "Oh, you should learn something about New Mexico or something before you make comments from across the pond."
Well, technically, you
Like,
are English. No, I guess not.
It's a pretty big pond, really. If I'm from across the pond. Oh dear. Oh wow. So guys, so you know, one of the body cams has like received a lot of views. Like a lot. I can't. That's weird which one has.
Wow, there are only 20 members of the public there. Judge Borowski just entered. That was 3 minutes ago. So
Judge Borowski?
Borowski, sorry.
Oh.
It's a very similar name.
Oh.
I know, and he kind of has a similar demeanor. Well, not like...
No.
Not very... Like, he's very stern, so you know not to mess with him, but he's still polite. Like, he's not the asshole that Borowski was.
Yeah, Borowski was an asshole. This guy's quite normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love that bastard.
Half Irish. I'll read out the comment later when we do
Yeah.
the other stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Well, like, I will, but what's going to happen is then there'll be another stream where we're making fun of the comments, which will probably incite more hateful comments, but hey.
I mean,
What do you
honestly,
do?
these people, like, I'm a good boy. I'm actually restraining myself so much.
Yep. This is what happens when new people come and watch
I know.
us.
I'm actually really pleased.
They're expecting, like,
Decency?
insightful commentary. Yeah.
Decency?
And they're sorely disappointed. Yep, let's go.
Where's the lovely Lori?
Oh, you want me to do my hyacinth? Woo! It's spooky!
Oh, come on, Trina. Oh, for F's sakes, Trina.
What's she done? How do you know it's Trina?
Trina's not the... Yeah, just asked where the stay was.
She's touching up her roots.
Hella, the way YouTube feeds body cams to people when you upload many near each other is bonkers. Random body cams I upload get way more than others for no logical reason.
It's so weird. I've got one that's got 15,000 views. I've got a bunch of others that have got like 2,000-3,000 views. And then some that have got hardly any.
Yeah, a couple hundred.
And the one that's got 15,000 is so weird. I don't know
jury's
why.
not present. We were informed about 45 minutes ago that the jury has reached a verdict. In the event that the verdict is not guilty, this trial will conclude. In the event that there's a guilty verdict, we need to move on to an aggravation phase immediately after the reading of that verdict. I've given the parties proposed aggravating circumstances, instructions, and proposed verdict form. The state and the defense both have a chance to review those.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
How about from the defense? The defense did email my staff requesting an additional paragraph. The defendant is not required to testify or produce evidence of any kind. The defendant's decision not to testify or produce evidence is not evidence of any aggravating factor, which I did include in the bottom third of page 3. Given that, are there any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Are either the state or the defense requesting any other additional instructions?
No, Your Honor.
If there's an aggravation phase, does the state plan on introducing any testimony or exhibits?
Testimony, I believe, likely from 2 family members. We will limit it. I don't plan on doing openings, just presenting testimony and then argument.
All right. Would the defense anticipate presenting any evidence?
Your Honor, can we just stipulate to that? I mean, the statute says there's only one punishment for this crime. What is this? Why is there an aggravation phase for this specific count?
I mean, you kind of have a point, girl.
Much like the guilty verdict, the jury in Arizona has to find whether or not there's any aggravating circumstances. In addition, the jury would still need to find that if it's a guilty verdict, whether or not it's a dangerous offense. Until it's found as a dangerous offense, that sentence that you're talking about wouldn't be triggered. So I think we need to have an aggravation phase regardless. So would you plan on presenting any testimony or evidence in the aggravation phase, if there is an aggravation phase?
No, but can I just stipulate to it or not? That's my question.
I stipulate I'm a bitch.
You can stipulate to aggravation and you can stipulate to whether or not it's a dangerous offense, but I think you should probably wait until we read the verdict to do that. So I guess it will, depending on what the verdict is, we may take another break. If there is an aggravation phase, are your witnesses here yet?
No, they are not here yet, Your Honor. The next of kin are, from my understanding, about 5 minutes out.
All right, we'll wait a few more minutes before we take that verdict. Please let me know when we're ready to come out.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, is that what it is? She doesn't want to hear from Kay again. I see.
Maybe
And
Lori,
she just wants to get on with the next trial. So she wants to get the hell out of there.
maybe the aggravation phase is she's gonna be force fed her own green chili enchilada recipe.
Interesting. Because I'm actually wondering, like, does the jury know that if they find her guilty, they have to stick around for this freaking aggravation phase?
That's a good question. I've wondered that myself. I
'Cause-
wonder if they tell the jury that.
I think they do. I think that was spoken about in the jury instructions. I heard something to that effect.
Okay.
Surely they have to know, because I mean, like, it's the same in death penalty trials. The jury knows that there's going to be a sentencing phase if the defendant's found guilty. Yeah, you would think they would have told them already, Johnny. Which is interesting. So that makes them know that they have to stick around longer. So they're all nonchalant and having their 90-minute lunch and sort of happy and stuff. I wonder if that means that she's not guilty.
I know. I mean, if you're sentencing somebody or convicting somebody, you wouldn't think they'd be happy about that.
No, they're quite nonchalant.
Yeah. Lori's favorite word.
It's not Laurie's favorite word. It's Trina's favorite word.
Whatever. So
All
Lori,
they're glad it's over, but it's not over for them though, Marilyn.
No.
So, Marilyn, sorry. It would be not over for them if they find her guilty. That means it's not over for them. That's what I'm trying to say. But they don't know that she is a heinous example of humanity, motherhood, and decency. They don't know that, right?
No.
This is the thing. This is what's so interesting. They don't know that.
Come on, Kay. She needs to hurry up and get there.
Is it Kay that's not there?
Yeah. And someone else. Kay Woodcock and other family members are not here yet. Sheesh.
Yeah, Merlin. They need to find beyond a reasonable doubt or else vote not guilty. Well, so often that doesn't happen though. So often they don't vote not guilty if they're undecided. So there'll be a bunch of them who will be like, I think she's guilty. And then there'll be a couple of them who think she's not guilty or are undecided, and they won't shift. And so there'll be a mistrial rather than not guilty. They won't shift to not guilty. So rather than so they won't go from undecided and shift to not guilty, which is wrong. If you're undecided, you should be not guilty. Undecided is not guilty.
Yeah.
If you have not been convinced beyond a reasonable doubt, that is not guilty. What's undecided? There is no undecided. It's not guilty.
Yeah. Oh.
Caleb, I agree that we got rid of him is pretty damning. I couldn't convict just on that, though.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
No, I agree. I mean, there was some other stuff like the bunch of women getting together and the Mormon Tupperware witchery party to cast the evil out of Charles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's her praying for Charles.
Mm.
You don't remember it wasn't great evidence. Well, I don't remember much.
Mm.
Yeah, she's already going in prison.
It doesn't really matter. No, exactly. Well, it matters to these people.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? It matters to the Vallow family. And Kay Woodcock, etc. It matters to all them. Right?
And she threatened to kill him. I mean, Hella's threatened to kill me twice a week for the last year.
Like, you should see what I sent him in the mail.
Yeah. See the voice messages she leaves me.
Yeah.
They want justice for his death. Yeah, I can't blame him. Yeah. I don't know. If I was in that position, how would I feel? Like, to me, and like another guy, the guy that saw Scott Peterson watch the trial, we kind of had to talk about it during opening statements. Like, why? Why are we doing this? Seems like a waste of money. I mean, we weren't.
Sorry,
like,
which Scott Peterson?
The California one.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. Lacey Scott.
Yeah.
The guy who went to see Scott Peterson.
Yeah, in the trial.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, I thought okay, so when I was there for opening statements, I was talking to a guy there, and he just regular person. He likes to occasionally go to trials that are interesting.
Yes.
And he used to live in California near like San Francisco.
Yes.
So he actually went to Scott Peterson's trial when it happened.
The whole thing?
No, just a few days, maybe a couple days.
Right.
But like he sat next to Scott Peterson's parents in the cafeteria. He was kind of cool.
Did you tell me about this?
I did.
Okay. This rings a bell, but what?
Yeah.
What did come out of it?
But no, and then we were talking about why we're even doing this trial. Because it seems,
right.
We kind of weren't very vocal about it, but we kind of like, yeah, I'm not really sure why they're even doing this. She's in prison for the rest of her life, and we just both kind of smirked at each other. Because we felt like it wasn't really a popular sentiment to have, because they're spending a shitload of money on this trial, are my taxpayer dollars.
Yes.
I mean, I'm in Maricopa County. So to me, this trial is kind of pointless. But if I was Kay Woodcock, would I still feel the same way? I don't know. I try to put myself in that position. I can't say one way or another.
I can't comment. I just, it doesn't really make much sense to me. It feels like it's a foregone conclusion that people think she did it anyway. So
yeah, I mean, you can just say, you can just write it off as closed, you know? I mean,
people have written it off that Alex did it.
Yeah.
So if she were dead, then people would just assume she did it. So this is just it's a show. The whole thing's a big show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they don't get the result they want, which they might not, then what?
Yeah. Oh, Brandon Boudreaux just walked in.
Mm.
Lori Daybell is at her table chatting with her legal advisors. At one point, she turned around and smiled. Aw.
Aw.
What a cutie patootie.
I do actually think she's like
Having fun?
enjoying this. Why wouldn't she? She's got nothing better to do.
No. Any moment, David.
No, David. People are like sauntering in. Interestingly, like everyone's been like, "Oh, what's taking so long for the jury?" And now there's actually a verdict. It takes like an hour for everyone else to come in and be there ready.
Yeah. Look at Robert Picton. I'm not familiar with him. Let's see.
Hey, I'm supposed to be going.
Oh, he's a
bloody 50 minutes.
Yeah, 12 minutes. He said
That's
by
all right,
4. Well, once we get the verdict, we can end. But
Nah, okay.
oh, he was a Canadian guy. Oh, the pig farmer killer. I always thought that would be a really ingenious method. Just if you want to get rid of bodies, just get a hog farm.
Oh yeah, that'd work.
I know. I mean, not that I'm trying to educate my lovely viewers, and this is going to be a really creepy clip if I'm ever arrested and don't want this being used in my trial, but hi, jury, future jury.
It was him.
I should do that every so often, just wave to the jury, just turn and start talking to my future jury. Just on the off chance.
I'm really a nice guy.
And just under rule of completeness, make sure it gets put into the record. This is not an alibi stream.
Not an alibi stream. I'm really here.
Yeah. For some reason, the chat is not working. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
It is April 22nd, 3:49 p.m. local time. Turn page. Yes, it is.
We need to cover that case sometime.
Oh, yeah, we need to revisit
It's
that.
so funny.
That was such a great.
It
Yeah,
was
'cause that was so
it was
long
so
ago.
brilliant.
I don't think
Okay,
anybody
so is
really
it
covered it.
except for that? Is it that chapter?
The what?
Was it that chapter that covered it?
I don't know.
It was okay. So it's a Scottish dude, and he murdered his fiance, wife, and he was a streamer. He was like a gamer.
Yeah.
And he had like 30,000 subscribers or something like that.
And he got away with it too at first.
At first he did. So he set up a live stream and he pre-recorded it. And he told chat that for some reason chat's not working, but that's all right. I'm just going to keep gaming. And he set it to stream, and that was his alibi. He had an alibi stream, and he actually went out and murdered his fiance whilst he was streaming. So it looked like he was live, but he wasn't live. It was an alibi stream.
Oh, so great.
I know. And he even put a little Easter egg in there at the exact time when he was doing the deed. And it was some sort of like, he interrupted the stream with like a scene from a movie.
Oof.
Yeah, like a spooky scene from a movie. Yeah. So weird.
All right, back on the record, State of Arizona versus Lori Daybell, CR 2021-001-704. The parties are present. I'm going to have my staff go ahead and line up the jury to wait in the hallway for a minute.
there's Kay.
Oh, I didn't even think to check my email. Thank you. Like these. Eric's.
It's going to be just a couple minutes. No spirals, Chad. I don't know. I just love that Lori wants to stipulate that she's aggravating. I mean, that's basically what she said. Can I just stipulate to it? I actually do like this judge.
I hate all judges.
I know, but on the level of how annoying judges can be, he was not annoying.
True.
All right, the jury is present. Please be seated. Do we have a foreperson? Who's the foreperson?
Yeah. Yes.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have.
I'm going to ask you to hand that
Congratulations.
to my courtroom
Well done.
I'll ask the clerk to read and record the verdict.
In the Superior Court of the State of Arizona in and for the County of Maricopa, State of Arizona versus Lori Vallow, CR 2021-001704-001, verdict count 1. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action, upon our oaths, do find the defendant, Lori Vallow, as to the crime of count 1, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder occurring on or about July 11, 2019, guilty. Signed, foreperson. Oh my God! Is this your true verdict? So say you one and all.
Yes. On the court's own motion, I'll go ahead and ask the clerk to poll the jury.
Juror number 1, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 2, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, is this your true verdict?
Yes. Oh, no.
Juror number 7, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 8, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 10, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 12, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number
that's the
13,
lesbian.
is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 15, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 16, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to ask the jury to retire to the jury room for just about 2 minutes. I need to discuss something with the parties before we determine whether you're done or not. So the admonition still applies.
Whether we decide
Please,
whether you're done or not.
go to the jury room
Stick a
for
fork
a few
in ya.
minutes.
Suck the jury.
What? I thought we could go home. Not guilty.
Yeah, can I change it?
10 points. What did go on?
Yeah,
Okay.
Judge.
I just wanted to hear the C's. That's all. I just wanted some C's.
All right, please be seated. The jury is no longer present. I'll ask the defendant, you indicated earlier perhaps a willingness to stipulate to aggravating factors. Is that something you want to do, or do we want to go through this aggravation phase?
I'm willing to stipulate to it.
Wow.
God damn it. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. It'll come back. So she wants to
Or
stipulate
financial harm to
to
the victim.
aggravating factors
is
so
that
there's no
correct?
sentencing
There's no
period.
willing to stipulate to it.
You want to do, or just to stipulate to aggravating factors? Is that something you want to do, or do we want to go through this aggravation phase?
I'm willing to stipulate to it, Your Honor. All that it is the dangerous phase. Is that correct? There's only one statute that, there's only one sentence.
Well, the jury would need to find, first of all, whether or not this is a dangerous offense first. Secondly, whether the offense caused physical, emotional, or financial harm to the victim, or if the victim died as a result of the conduct of the defendant caused emotional or financial harm to the victim's immediate family. And then thirdly, the offense involved the presence of an accomplice. If you're willing to stipulate to all three of those, we can do that. If not, we'll bring the jury back in.
I will stipulate to it, Your Honor.
All right. You understand that if you stipulate to this instead of a jury finding, well, let me back up. You understand the jury would have to find these aggravating factors beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand that if you stipulate to these factors instead of a jury doing it, I could also find additional aggravating factors at sentencing?
Sure.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you in any way to get you to stipulate to these factors?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to get you to stipulate to these factors?
No.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours?
No.
Do you agree that pursuant to the jury's verdict of guilt, that this would be a dangerous offense because a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument was used?
Oh, no.
I'm stipulating to it.
You agree that that's what that this is a dangerous offense?
So she can't own a gun anymore?
And you're further stipulating that as a result of your conduct, at least the victim or the victim's family suffered emotional or financial harm?
Absolutely.
And you're also further agreeing that the offense involved the presence of an accomplice?
Yes.
Is the state satisfied with the colloquy?
Yes, Your Honor, it appears it's no involuntary. Made.
All right, the court does find that the stipulation to those three factors was knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily made. I will accept the defendant's stipulation. At this time, I'm going to bring in the jury and release them from the admonition. Before we do that, well, as my staff's lining up the jury, do you want to have a sentencing date within approximately 30 days, or do you want to wait until after the next trial to be sentenced on this matter?
What does the court prefer?
It doesn't matter to me. Maybe you want to talk to your attorneys or advisory council about that.
And my attorney.
We don't have to do it right now. You can do it in a few minutes.
Okay. Here I sit, broken-hearted.
You thought you might be able to ask her out afterwards.
I know. Or at least run up and give her a hug.
Mm. Okay, I gotta run.
Alrighty, I
You
will
coming over
send
for a little
everybody
bit?
over. Yep.
Cool, sweet. Come hang out because I have a bone to pick with you because my viewers don't like you.
Aw. Who doesn't like me? I'm Dolly. I'm delightful.
You are delightful. Yes. All right, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
People just don't get my sense of humor. Okay. I think that's right. So yeah, I'm gonna end now. Wait, I don't have a thing for you, Nick. Half Irish, do you have Nick's channel? I wanted to post that one more time and tell everybody to like and subscribe to it. Tomorrow, stream tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. I may do like a court stream. Actually, I do have a another channel name worked out that I'm kind of toying with, but I'll let you know in Discord. So Hella's setting that up. Thanks everybody for being here. That was fun. So we got the Gene Hackman body cam stream coming up. And thank you. Yes, subscribe to Nick. There we go. I am going to end now. Make sure you go over to Hella next. And I hope to see you guys around for the second trial in June. Toodles.